After I posted those videos up last week, Jerry Weir asked for how to play The Man Who Sold New York, which I'm happy to share. Obviously, if you've not heard the song before, perhaps you could go completely crazy and buy it, maybe on iTunes or from Bandcamp. And if you want to know the stories behind the songs, because they all have stories behind them, you can buy the book as well. And I'll put a thing up. Every time I do the wrong hand, you see, it doesn't really fit up in that part of the screen, but it might fit up in that part of the screen. So either way, it'll go up in one part of the screen, up there where those boxes are, or up here where this light is. So The Man Who Sold New York, it's fairly straightforward. It's, how does it start? It's just an E minor. And that's the rhythm. Then it's a C major chord. And I do that. Which seems to be something I've discovered since doing these videos. I do on pretty much every song. And then to get the D chord, the D sounding chord, you just slide that up 2 frets. So that would be you singing, there's a man who sold New York, see out of time in millions, a D, E minor, so there's various different forms that I play this in, so let's call that the A section, and the B section is like the chorus or the middle 8, depending on what you want to call it. C to G. I actually play that G. So it's still a G major because it's got that B in it. But it's kind of like a G5 because I don't think I play that B. I think it's just this high B. Then it's A minor 7 to A7. And then it goes back to E minor. So that chorus again is C, G, I sometimes do that, A minor 7, A7, and I've been known to do this. Sometimes I do the E up here as well, especially in the last verse. So the 2 sections, you go A section, so verse, verse, B section is a chorus. And then I do like what would be a full verse as an instrumental. With the band, I always go back to the B section and then do the A section and go out on the A section. And if I'm playing it solo, depending on how long my set is, if I'm playing it solo, I either put the B section after the last verse, or I don't play another B section. So I go, if I'm doing it solo, I go A, B, what would be the solo, and then I go straight into the verse, and then I maybe don't do a chorus. It just depends, because sometimes it's better to have like a song that's quite short in the set, that's kind of upbeat and short, just so people, because they're probably bored of my long introductions. So I'll do that. Bored of my long introductions and slow songs in 3/4, so give them something snappy in 4/4. So let me just play that for the 2 sections through. So you've got your verse, which is play that twice, and that's a verse. Play it twice, and that's the solo. And then your chorus. Not the chorus, yeah, we'll call it a chorus. G, A minor 7, and then A7. For 30 years. I play this shape up here, it's kind of like, I guess it's an E5. I've used that quite a lot in the past. I used it a lot when I played with Back of the Moon. We actually had a song that started with a riff that went. And and I throw that sometimes in the middle of The Man Who Sold New York. So I'll be like. So what I'm doing there is that's. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of walking down the G string. So that's the 9th, 7th, 6th, and then I'm keeping one finger up here on the A string on the 7th fret. So it's. And then C. What's quite good crack as well is you can put your pinky down, so you know, like a C7 shape back here. So that would be like a C shape with your pinky on the 3rd fret of the G string. If you then move that up, you can do the same thing. 5th fret of the G string. You get a really clangy D7. And it's got those 2 E's in it as well, so it's just an absolute mess of a D7. It sounds great. So that solo. Other things you can do in that solo as well, I've just remembered now. I said it was really easy and now I've thought of all these wee bits that I do that I forgot about. So also on the B string, you can do stuff like put your pinky down. So I'm doing, that's like my pinky on the 5th fret of the B string. So I'm going. So if you looked at it like this, you can probably see it easier. I'm just going. But with the full chord on. So I actually did that same thing twice, so I went. So there's various different things you can do. I'll be absolutely straight with you. I just make it up as I go along. So that is the Man Who Sold New York. Buy it here if you haven't heard it. If you want to know the full story behind it, buy the book. All here on Bandcamp, iTunes, Bandcamp, the whole lot. Thanks very much for listening. I hope this is useful. And in fact, one of the best things you can do, I'm always saying go and buy it, but actually the best thing to do is learn the song and go and play it places and say that you like it. And that means more to me than buying stuff. So thanks very much. Cheerio.